Most people will know whom I'm referring to when I say the Maserati Marxist. It is the leader of the NDP party. Picture taken of him loading his luggage into an SUV that was a Maserati. Expensive stuff. He has expensive taste. The NDP is not doing that well. They had a statement out criticizing the government, and then when the Tories used that very same statement for their vote of non-confidence, the NDP voted against it. So they're two-faced. Now, some person who's not two-faced is André Proulx, who is the producer of this show, and he is, as I say, a prairie communist. He's from Saskatchewan. He's an NDPer. He joins me right now because you really are a dyed-in-the-wool NDPer, and yet you don't support the NDP right now, do you?
You know, I'm having a hard time stomaching the real politicking that's taking place by Jagmeet Singh and the party.
Well, wait, is that politicking? It's politicians. What is it, bad politics?
Yeah, but you can't say that you're ripping up this supply and confidence agreement, but then not take the government down. And the reality is they're playing this messed up chess game where they don't want to admit that they don't have any money. And the reality is, as someone who's been essentially a lifelong NDPer and a union organizer, I've lost faith in this NDP party. You know,
the NDP party used to be the party of the working person, of strong unionists.
Yes.
And now it seems to be the party of elites. They're talking about, mainly, sex changes and driving Maseratis.
Well, and I look at the content that my own MP in Hamilton, which is a union city, Matthew Green, seems to be more obsessed with what's happening in Gaza than what is happening in his own city. And it's absolutely shameful. The reality is, the NDP have lost touch with the people who are in the party, and they have no money to run a campaign because those of us who would typically donate, and by the way, I have not donated to the NDP this year because of how they've been running things, they have no money. And the reason they have no money is because people don't believe in what they're doing right now.
So is the NDP going to survive after the next election?
I don't know. I don't think so. Certainly not the way it exists right now.
So it should go through a metamorphosis. It should change and go back to representing working people, real people.
It's time to bring Tommy Douglas back from the dead if we need to.
And so, the leader is very intriguing in the debates. He does very well. He speaks well. People like him.
Jagmeet Singh's been a profound disappointment. I remember when Jagmeet Singh was an MPP rallying on populist ideals, rallying on things like car insurance, which is something that affects every Canadian. Yeah. Trans bathrooms, that does not affect Canadians.
Okay, so there you have it from André Proulx, who produces, and he does a great job producing these shows because I can tell you it's difficult to do that with me on this side of the camera. So he does well, but you're still out there for the working person, and you're saying the NDP is going to be the next election.
It's looking like it's really hard to support them this next election.
There you go. I don't know who you're going to vote for. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.